E aí, seus porras, tudo bom? Bem-vindos ao segundo episódio de Slay Princess. Cara, eu vou até esperar um pouco aqui pra ver se vai aparecer, mano. Eu tô gravando esse vídeo aqui em seguida, eu gravei o primeiro episódio há pouco tempo, já tô emendando o segundo porque eu tô realmente hypado com o jogo. E meu aplicativo de gravação não tá aparecendo o tempo que fica lá em cima, véio. Então eu tô tendo que, especular. Eu ia começar a gravar já na parte que a gente parou, mas realmente eu fui surpreendido, pessoal, com uma tela aqui de início bem diferente. Vou até esperar aqui pra ver se aparece de novo. E cara, não sei se tá gravando de novo, ainda bem que o primeiro episódio tava, né? Vou esperar um pedacinho, ver se aparece. Mas enfim, no último episódio, o nosso personagem tomou um pau pra uma princesa que tava presa. Tava podendo lutar apenas com uma mão e desarmar. Pronto, apareceu. Foi essa tela aqui que apareceu. Vou esperar um pedacinho pra ver se aparece outra, né? Continua. No outro episódio, a gente tomou um pau pra uma princesa que tava desarmada e sem poder usar um braço. E a gente acabou de uma faca. Mesmo assim, a gente tomou um pau, morreu e a princesa sabe, sei lá, se morreu ou não. E vamos dar continuidade aqui ao jogo.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Eu ainda não sei
and
qual.
In the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Eu não sei qual é a desse jogo ainda, né? Vamos
You're
ver,
here
né?
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Tá. Realmente os diálogos mudaram, então vamos lá. Então vou
I can
aqui,
assure
né?
you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Tá, então vamos
If
lá.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Então continuar, velho.
That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Filha da puta, velho.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
O quê? Deixa eu ver. Ah, tá, era ele falando, tá. Ah, então tá acabando, né?
A warning before you go any further.
Ah, diga aí.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Tá.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice.
Nosso personagem é muito merda e que o narrador tá falando a verdade, né? Então...
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever.
Entendido.
Are we clear?
Nesse gravado aqui não aparece o mouse, mas o cursor do mouse, né? O ratinho, mas ele é personalizado, tá, gente? É uma garra. É uma garra como se fosse de um lobo, de um lobisomem. E quando a gente pega a faquinha é como se aparecesse essa faca. Vamos lá, hein?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Let's go. Vamos até acabando, né, pessoal?
The cabin is tighter than its
mudou,
exterior
véi.
would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Caralho, mudou.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror? I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
Acho que eu escolhi o diálogo errado. Eu queria escolher o diálogo do bonitão. Vou pro espelho.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Caralho, mano.
This really isn't funny.
Limpar o espelho.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Caralho, eu sou monstro, velho.
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
Oxi.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and
Eu queria
get
saber
to
porque eu sou
fighting.
monstro, cara. Vou pegar a
Take the
faca.
blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Véi, vocês têm noção que eu sendo um monstro torna a minha vergonha do outro episódio mais drástica, velho? Só a porra de um bicho, um lobisomem e perdi pra porra de uma princesa desarmada, cara. Então vamos ver essa puta, vamos.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Deixa eu aumentar aqui o volume. Show.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Oh, que porra, véi.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Realmente.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Pode eu teimoso.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember,
até
you're
porque
here to
nós
slay
vimos
the
aí que o meu
princess,
personagem não é
not to
páreo
have
pra
a
ter uma
good
boa
fight.
luta, né? Vamos lá.
As you descend the final
Eita
step, the
porra,
form of the
bicho!
princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement
Virou uma
wall.
capetona gostosa, velho. Caralho, mano. Eita porra,
Looks
velho.
like she could rip those
Dentro,
chains
viu?
out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of
Eita
us.
porra, velho. Ela se lembra também.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Tá, vamos conversar, novinha. Agora eu
I'm
quero
going to
conversar.
have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Pô, mano, eu enfiar a faca nos teus peitos e tu não morresse, puta. Deixa eu ver. Você está diferente, então você se lembra mesmo de mim. E temos detalhes a esclarecer primeiro. Por que estamos vivos? Tá.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other. So, let's
Filha
say
da
for a
puta,
moment
velho.
that I
Nada, é
do
muito
believe.
arrombado.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember
Esse porra
what
se
happened
lembra.
last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we
Ô,
die.
louca, tá assim? Então quando eu ou a princesa morre, a gente vai para um universo paralelo, né? E vai ter outras versões. Sei lá, aqui nesse universo eu sou um capitão e essa nega é uma gostosona capitona. Tudo bem. Ah, tá.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Ah, muito obrigado.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Caralho.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oi? Eu vou embora.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
Tá.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of
nossa.
straining metal. And then
Essa
a
porra
snap.
se soltou.
She's
Puta que
loose.
pariu,
You have
velho.
to make a decision and you have to make it fast.
Bora lá. Já tem tempo? Certo, pessoal, como vamos proceder?
How about we get the hell out of... The little voice doesn't have the chance to finish that thought before the princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall.
E eu morri.
Can I finish my thought now? Sure. Why not? Here. So glad we could stick around to hear the end of that. But I'm afraid that's all the time you had left. Why, for the love of everything, did you stop to
Pô, mano, eu
think?
pensei que eu ia falar com ela,
What did you
velho. Mas ela
expect
veio
you
me
to come
matar
up
mesmo.
with?
Caralho, filha da puta, velho.
Doesn't matter, because everything goes dark and you die.
Caralho, mano, morri.
Great job.
Nem matei essa
No,
Kenga.
come on. We can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her.
Pois é, velho.
Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have better luck
Obrigado,
next time.
nada. Isso aqui foi foda mesmo, viu? A Fúria. Vou emendar um capítulo no outro porque eu tô com hype lá no alto, tá?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of
Ah,
that
puta
path...
que pariu, velho.
Change of plans, no more hesitation, no more dying. We're taking the fight straight to her.
Ah, mano, eu não ia matar ela, né? Mas já que ela
We
veio
had
aqui.
a chance against her. We already missed it, didn't we? She got stronger, and we stayed the same.
Pois é, mano.
We've seen her bleed. Whatever she is, she started out mortal, which means she probably is still mortal, which means we can win. We just didn't take things seriously enough last time.
Agora eu vou matar ela, mano.
If that's what you want, then fine. Enjoy being beaten to death again and again and again.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Nossa, vamos lá,
Actually,
hein?
I don't think we have been here.
É, aqui não, velho. Olha o estado da floresta,
This
velho.
is all
A
different.
gente tá onde?
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's
Tá,
it.
mano, agora
There
vou
won't
levar a
be any
sério,
more
vou levar a sério. Vou matar
do-overs.
essa cunha.
So you'd better take things seriously.
Conversando não dá certo com ela, não. Na cabana.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens.
Uma pergunta redundante, né? Mas você podia ser mais
Yeah,
específico,
but
velho.
is there something after the end?
Pois é.
How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. It doesn't matter because we're going to win.
É, não, vamos
Now
vencer
that's
sim.
exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely
Tá.
fine.
Agora vamos ficar. Tamo competindo. Vamos lá. Então vamos até a. Vamos até a
Good.
cabana.
We're all on the same page. It isn't
Wow.
long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. That's it? No final words of advice?
Ah, mas já passei por isso,
I'd
velho.
rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Isso. Vamos até acabando, hein? Cunhã,
The
cheguei.
interior of the
Eita
castle
porra,
is a
velho.
place
Tá
that
diferente.
feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
Eita porra, mano.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone wall.
Salvar o jogo, né?
That's horrible.
Eita, mensagem. Olha a mensagem.
It doesn't matter. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Cadê? Ah, quando eu consigo
The
ver
blade
ao
is your
redor, mano.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Pegar o punhal, né?
Take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and
Eu
save
tô
the
achando que
world.
eu não devo pegar esse punhal, velho.
Good.
Eu não morro com a
Nothing
princesa.
feels better than gripping cold steel.
Porque esse punhal tá convenientemente tá aí, velho.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely.
Tá, mano, não vou perder
What
muito
are you
mais
trying
tempo,
to
não.
say, exactly?
He thinks we've lost it. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again.
Realmente, por espelho.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you?
Será que ele realmente não tá vendo o
It
espelho,
really
mano?
is, just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it.
Plot twist, eu sou a princesa.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Realmente. Vamos limpar
You
o
reach
espelho.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path
Caralho,
ahead.
que maconhagem da porra, mano.
Why am I not
Simbora.
surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The
Princesa,
stairs leading down
cheguei.
to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably.
Ah, eu não sei
at
qual é
your
desse
sides.
jogo, velho. Só
The
tô
air
indo,
is
mano.
thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the
Eita
salvation
porra,
of
véi.
combat? Are you here to
Virou
gloat?
transexual.
Are you here to mock what I've become?
Então você voltou depois de me negar a salvação do combate. Está aqui para se vangloriar, para zombar de mim, do que me tornei.
Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
It cuts both ways. We've both hurt each other.
Vamos ver, hein?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. chamber's walls are painted in blood. A deep, sickening red that drips down
Como é que eu vou matar esse bicho, véi?
corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment.
Como é que eu vou matar esse bicho, velho? O tamanho dessa porra, velho.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in the chest.
She's been hollowed out. Just like us.
Tem bicho na tela, velho. Sai daqui, bicho, caralho.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you.
She's only trying to connect with us. Wouldn't you want to dig for a spark?
Cara, vou ter que botar uma webcam, mano. Eu tô com os olhos arregalados, velho. Sai do meio, bicho! Não dá legenda, velho. Você fala princesa. Vem pro... Nossa, velho.
You charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence.
Caralho, mano, é o diabão, velho.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory. The horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
Mano, com a faca eu não vou fazer nada, mano. A mina quando era humana, eu não fiz nada.
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality.
Não, o tamanho do bicho, velho. Eu não tenho o que fazer não, velho.
This is the only way it could have gone, really.
É claro, velho.
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on, we're better than this. So, are we
lógico.
dead? No.
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
Matei a muriçoca. O que significa? Vou tentar moer.
I think that would be for the best.
Tentar moer.
Can we even do that? Is death the sort of thing we can just decide to do?
Com certeza, não vai?
You do your best to die, but try though you might, you find yourself.
Pô, ela estraçalhou meu corpo, velho. Como é que eu tô vivo ainda?
Good, because we're not a quitter.
Cala a boca, pô.
Yes, hopefully this means there's still a chance for the world here.
Don't you get it? It's too late. We've both changed too much. We're not the challenge she wants anymore.
Tá bem, velho.
The spark is
Ela
gone.
continua como diabão, né? Ela tá com... Oxi, ai, tomar no cu.
I could feel you attempting to slip away. Is that what you want then? Are you so terrified of my desires that you'd prefer any escape at all? Are you so terrified of me that you prefer death?
Mano, tu se estraçalhou meu corpo, velho.
At least you're quiet now. At least you haven't fallen back on words. They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Não, eu prefiro você diabona, velho. Você desse jeito aí não dá certo
Your
não.
eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back at her in unblinking
Eu quero
silence.
saber como é que eu tô vivo.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Bora.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do not see it, you feel it, slithering into your disaster of a body, seeping into the gaps between your
Papo é esse,
molecules.
velho? Porra essa de entrou dentro de mim.
The body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms.
Tá.
One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Rapaz, não sei, velho. Você tá...
Yes? I think.
Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4. This is nothing. Nothing! 8. 16. 32. 64.
124.
Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt.
Tanto o que, cara? Tu perdesse pra uma mina desarmada, velho. Ele tá aí chorando, né?
128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
$1,024. 2,016. You can't. 130.
What happens when it gets higher?
Nothing.
But some...
1,048.
Are you still there? Are
2 million.
Waiting.
16,768,000.
Eita porra, véi!
33.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this.
Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be something where you win.
O que é que tá acontecendo, velho?
We just have to accept it.
Virou uma meleca, mano.
We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with
Ela tá se
liquid.
fundindo a
You
mim.
smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to
Porra é
be.
essa, mano?
Doesn't matter because we're still alive.
Não, eu quero... Eita porra!
Constructed.
Eita, não li.
What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop. Please make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
Caralho, velho.
You're right about one thing. It is torture.
Aqui eu não sei o que acontece.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
É, não, novinha.
Yes. The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plugged. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
O que tá acontecendo, velho?
Are you still there? Are you still you?
It's okay to let go. Then I'm letting go.
Yes. You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get
O que é que tá
longer.
acontecendo, mano?
A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Are you still there?
Yes.
No, while I'm still here, I'm going to stick with you.
Are you still...
You can survive. And then all at once, you are whole again, and in your body.
É, deixa eu ver. Deixa eu ler essa porra aqui. Tá demorando demais, né? Oxi. Você está inteiro de novo. Ele de volta ao corpo do jeito que ele era antes de tudo isso acontecer. A princesa está sentada com as costas apoiadas na parede. O vestido de pele mais esfarrapado do que antes. Está com a expressão carrancuda e desapontada.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
Bem, não parti, estou aqui, eu nunca parei de me importar. A vida é mais do que violência e dor, não pode... Não gostei de lutar contra você quando escuto pela primeira vez, continuo sem querer lutar.
Oh, all this time I thought I understood something about you. But I didn't. Now what?
Não sei, mano. Ficar em silêncio.
Right, the blade. After all of that, it's still here, waiting for you.
You pick it up off the floor. The princess doesn't look up as you cross the room. Nor does she look up as you bury the weapon in her heart.
Huh. I felt that. It's cold.
Oxi.
So did we.
Embora o coração dela tenha sido perfurado, você não tem a chance de vê-la morrer. Agora algo a levou embora e deixou outra coisa no lugar.
So the world's gone and she's gone with it. There's only one thing left for you to do here. You need to look at yourself. Whatever you see.
Um toque de sentimento, sempre a adversária desmanchada. Ah, a conquista que apareceu aqui, velho. Tá bem. Aproximar do espelho. A voz se cala quando você se aproxima. O silêncio toma conta ao avançar. Eles se foram, mas o espelho permanece. Chegou a hora de ver o que há nele. O corpo é você. É você. Você está sozinho no lugar vazio. Está um silêncio. Você está na cabana.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Que porra tá acontecendo nesse episódio, velho?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Que porra que tá acontecendo, velho? O que é você?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
O que tá acontecendo, velho? Só uma pessoa.
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could
Que
not
porra
have
tá
trapped you here,
acontecendo, velho?
and I too
Eu
yearn
tô
to be
entendendo porra
free.
nenhuma, cara. Ai, caralho, mano. Você é a princesa?
She is part of me, and part of me is
Pô,
her.
velho, no primeiro mundo é a princesa normal. No segundo já era uma diabona gostosa. No terceiro eu não entendi porra nenhuma. Era um pó de um monstrão de 3 metros, velho. É silêncio, né? Este é o fim do mundo.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Oxi. O que vai acontecer agora?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Tá, acho que eu tô entendendo, hein?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Nossa, é muito drogado, isso sim.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Errada não tá.
How can I know? I am flickers in something
Caralho,
sprawling
que
and
porra tá
unilluminated.
acontecendo, velho?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow.
Ah, não quero, mano. Não tem medo que eu encontre um jeito de matá-la?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Tá bom. O que eu vou esquecer?
Everything, until we meet again.
Certo, faça-me esquecer.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Ela quer que eu peça pra você se lembrar dela.
You won't.
Você não vai. Tudo fica escuro e você morre. Leve a fúria para ela.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Puta que o pariu, hein? É, tá óbvio, né, que eu vou encerrar o vídeo por aqui. Eu não entendi nada. Quer dizer, nada também não, né? Eu sei que, como apareceu ali, não sei se deu pra ver na gravação, mas ali no canto superior direito, o verdadeiro Slade Princess começa agora, né? Então eu acho que a gente devia realmente ter essa conversa com essa entidade, sei lá, pra realmente começar o jogo agora, como bem disse. Tá, dito isso, né? Não sei o que dizer. Apenas agradecer, já que vocês estiveram até aqui comigo. Então é isso, até o próximo episódio, pessoal. E vamos ver o que acontece, hein? Talvez até grave seguido, porque eu tô hypado pra essa porra. Então é isso, até o próximo episódio. Valeu, falou e fui! Primeiro vamos ver como é que tá aqui no menu principal. Ver se aconteceu alguma coisa. Ela tá aqui ainda, bem de boa. Deixa eu dar um carinho nela. Vocês não estão vendo o cursor do mouse, né? Mas é isso, até o próximo episódio e fui.